Alright everyone, it's time for Vermont Issues episode 93. Target is finally moving one of their, the stupid box stores up to the Burlington area. Now they've tried to keep them out, and Target didn't want to locate there even when they wanted them. And this is sort of like with Walmart. Burlington has very conscientiously objected to having a Walmart anywhere near its downtown because of like what happened here in Rutland. Parts of the downtown are a little spotty because Walmart's there. Now, the fact that all of the major parking that you have is in the main plaza right next to the downtown and Walmart's sort of the centerpiece of it, it's an okay area to hang out in for people who are local, but it's not exactly scenic. Burlington goes more for the scenic side. We went for more of the pragmatic, working class, hey, people who are poor need a place to shop side. But the problem is the justification for wanting Target in Burlington is, oh, they're going to create 75 jobs, which, you don't have a huge population, even in Burlington, which is the largest, metro district in Vermont. And so 75 sounds rather large compared to what it would sound like, oh, 75 new jobs in New York City. Well, fucking what else is new? Nobody cares. In Burlington, it matters more. But most of those jobs are going to be minimum wage. Like 70 of those jobs will be minimum wage. 3 of them will be like, okay, you can kind of get by jobs. And then 2 of them will be like, oh, yeah, well, here's the manager of the store. And here's like, their head accountant. They're the only ones making a median income. Everyone else is basically screwed. So you have some new low-end jobs, but, what's really the point? You could almost argue like the local trucking service that might have to do some shit for the store is probably benefiting more than anyone who's going to work directly for Target anyway. The security person, yeah, maybe asset protection, okay, they make an extra $1 an hour, woohoo, that's just wonderful, and they get to play mall cop. But the thing is, this isn't going to add to the local economy. There are plenty of people who want to Target there, but the thing is, they're going to have to compete with the Walmart, which I think is over in Essex. It's not in the downtown, it's not in Burlington proper, but it's within the outer rim of that metro area. They're going to have to compete with the mall. They're going to have to compete with the downtown where all the tourists are going. Now, I can't imagine many UVM kids are going to say, oh yeah, let's go to Target. It's going to be such a great time. Not the mall, not the downtown, let's go get like Ben & Jerry's. No, we're going to go to Target. It's going to be like a great day. Woohoo, most wonderful thing ever. Nobody's going to fucking care about that. No, you're going to have some of the sort of dispossessed shopping there, but the problem is a lot of the people that'll gain jobs out of this will be part of that class that has to shop at some shitty outlet like Target. That's going to be the problem. And by the way, I'm not trying to insult anyone by saying these things, it's just simple economics. Target's not going to pay you a living wage. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be like Walmart. It's going to be like McDonald's. Which you've got a microcosm of this sort of larger Burlington situation, the opposition to the box store sort of stuff. In Woodstock, where I grew up in, McDonald's wanted to move in there for a very long time, and they never zoned them. They would say, oh, well, yeah, there's no place you can actually put your store along the main road, which is the only place, obviously, they'd want to be. Otherwise, they would be insolvent. And so eventually they just decided to give up because they realized, we're never actually going to be part of the Woodstock area. And nobody really cared. Like the closest one was White River Junction. I don't think there's even one up in Killington. And that thing is, Killington over the last 20 years has become massive and sprawling compared to what it was when I was a kid. Burlington's growing massively too, but do they really need a Target? No. They're talking about redeveloping segments of the downtown, which is a good idea. Burlington focuses on the appeal of the scenic, quiet, but, dynamic downtown with the stores on the lower level. Side street parking, yeah, we allow that. We have, a decent amount of parking at least here as well in our downtown. And then sort of people, living up above in apartments. And it works. It's efficient. It's fairly straightforward because you're building up in the same area. It makes it more cost-effective to maintain the infrastructure there, too. There's a reason why cities formed on the basis of being more compact. Sort of the sprawl thing with the box stores and the eighth-acre lots is woefully inefficient for the most part. It can be more wide open. Yeah, some people like that. They like the mall rat culture and the highways and stuff. It's not very attractive for the most part. It's also not particularly efficient in terms of tax dollar usage. Here in Vermont, where people tend to be stretched thin, that's a bigger concern than maybe Texas, where you got like, oh yeah, our city's growing at 20% per year. Here it's like, woohoo, yeah, we hit 0.5% growth. We're so lucky compared to the past generations of Vermonters. So I'm just not sure how Target is going to be helpful to the Burlington community. Apparently, a lot of people want them there. Well, good on you. Yeah, you have a Target store. How long will it even be there? Next time you have an economic downturn, they might leave. It might leave you high and dry, and then you've got another big-ass abandoned box store. Who's going to move in next? Who is Burlington actually going to zone and allow into there if they should leave? I think that'll probably happen in the next decade, if I had to guess. That's about all. Peace out.